Welcome everyone back to the European Journeyman save, and we have two games in the Belarusian league. We're away to BATE Borisov, and then we are at home to Isloch, who we did lose to earlier in the season. Since he last left us, we have been on quite a decent run. We beat Bobruisk and Slutsk and Minsk in the league. We then drew with Gomel. We did lose 3-1 to Torpedo, but we've done really well. All of that means we have climbed out of the bottom three. We are a point from safety, even with the points deduction. Without the points deduction, we'd be up and around the European spots. We've done really, really well. But as it stands, we are just a 1 point clear from the playoff spot. We are 2 points from the actual bottom two, which is confirmed relegation. Third bottom, of course, is the relegation playoff. Since you last left us, we've done a little bit of transfer business as well. Don't think too much has happened. Yeah, we've brought one player in. Pierre Bardi is a 31-year-old French centre-back. He's in on a 1.2k deal a week until 2025, December 2025, so the end of next season. He's a lead and highest league player. He's going to come straight into the side. One player who's really not been that great is Verve Vood. We're obviously paying quite a bit for him, so he's going to drop to the bench, and Brady's going to come in for our first game today. One thing we have had is an injury to Yatara. He's been out. Gusev has come back into the side, and oh my god, this man is a gunman. I should never ever have questioned his place in the team. He should have been in from the beginning. He's got 11 in 9. He's on a 7.78. He is some boy. He has also, now that he's been playing, stopped kicking up a fuss about leaving, which is really good. We do have a couple of players that are on their way out of the club. Zagurski's going to go out on loan till the end of the season. He's just not getting used. Chernobyl is one of the players we signed in the summer. Again, he's just not really being used, so he's on his way out to Valmiera, who are playing Latvia. Bob Chinook has got a loan offer, a couple of loan offers. They're only paying 20% of his wages, but 20% is better than nothing. He's not playing. We've still got another year on his deal. Awful sign. And with the wage rise, he's actually on 2.3k because there was a promotion wage rise for everyone. And Harry Hart is also potentially on his way out of the club. He's got an offer from Doncaster in Northampton, free of charge, of course. He's out of contract at the end of the year. He's okay. He's been okay, but I think we can get by without him. And it's a big wage thing. So we are currently spending £400 over, but we do have 2.3k. We've got a few trialists in that we will potentially sign or look to sign if we can get these players moved on. That may be this episode. That may not be this episode. But we do have BATE Borisov to kick off the league season, and they're down in 9th. They've not had they've not really had a great season. We are looking to move on a couple more as well. The left back, Dveturikov, is also potentially on his way out of the club, trying to sell Rasadkin. Obviously, Harry is out of the going out, so he will leave shortly. But this is the team that we've got at the minute. We've got Sison in goal, a back four of Kishina, Bardi about to make his debut, partnering up with Kalinin. He is out of contract, I believe, at the end of the year. Not sure when we can actually offer him a contract. Maybe July we'll try for it, because that will be within the last 6 months. He can still be recalled by Minsk, but I don't think they have any reason to do it. I would like to get him in on a permanent if we can, but we'll see what happens with the situation, whether we can offer it 6 months in advance or whether it needs to be like a month or something, or we just have to wait for it to potentially expire. Who knows? Skibisky is now playing in his natural position at left back, and then we've got a midfield two of Galyata, who has improved a little bit. Actually, he's been going up in his potential in his ability at the minute, so that's really good. Obviously, he's still a youngster. And Agiv, another one who is a youngster, maybe not as good in terms of his potential. In the attacking positions, we've got Leonovic on the right, Mishelkin down the middle, Danila Chul on the left, and Gusev up top. With the exit of Pedro Igor, who I forgot to mention, did get recalled from his loan because apparently we weren't playing him in the right position, which is really disappointing, but he's gone. We are a little bit light in terms of left winger, so that is one position we are trying to fix. Obviously, Susha scored plenty of goals, but he had a real stinker in the last game, so I have dropped him for Mishelkin, who I do feel like is a better player, even though he hasn't necessarily produced as much. But Gusev keeps his place up top. Yatara is still getting back from fitness. I do feel like Yatara is probably the better player, to be totally honest with you. I mean, he's got 5 and 10, and Gusev's got 11 in. Why have I don't even know why I've got this skin on. I haven't been doing any instant results I don't know why I've got that. I don't know, maybe. I don't know, I must have put it on for something, I can't remember. Definitely not for this save, though. We play every game in between. Just like North to Prem, we do play every game in between. I think I might have been doing a rebuild that I decided not to do in the end. Something like that. I can't really remember. It's been a little while since I've played this save. But, yeah, so Gusev's been on fire, so he keeps his place in. Usually he scores a lot off camera, though, and not so much on camera, but... hopefully we can get a decent result today. I think a draw will be a decent result. I mean, they're not having the greatest season, though, so maybe we could even sneak a win. We are away from home, and they have won their last 3. I think they've got a new manager now, so he might have actually sorted them out a little bit. But, yeah, we are still very much in a relegation fight. Obviously, the goal for us is to try and avoid relegation, and a win here today would really help us steer clear of that. We are very much within that area, though. There is no part of me that's thinking we are we are clear at any point now. So we do still need to try and get back there. One thing I have been toying with in my head is potentially going up to a 4-2-2. Just knowing that we've got Yatara and Gusev as 2 good strikers, it could potentially be a good idea because we've really only had the 1 striker so far, but now we've got 2. It might be an option, but BATE do get themselves the opening goal. Good bit of work there, unfortunately. Just taking it past our back line pretty easily. We are still a work in progress. Let's not forget. We are still a work in progress. Obviously, we are limited by the rules of the league, which only allows 4 foreign players to be in the playing 11. So we are slightly limited there, but we're working on it. And with Igor gone, obviously that does open up a spot. You would expect BATE Borisov to be in a league challenge, so they've really been underperforming to be 9th, but they do seem to have, I think they've got a new manager. They seem to be cooking again now. We are 2-0 down, though, which is disappointing. I think a draw would have been a decent result here, but doesn't look like that's going to be the case at all. We are struggling a little bit, which is worrying because if the teams around us get results, then that could spell us going back into the relegation spots. And we're only 1 point out of bottom 3, so every chance we could fall in there. Bardi, not having a great debut. I'll have faith, though, because he does need to get fitness. And looking at him, I think he's a better player than Vervoot. So we will put some faith in. I think we could definitely do with some improvement in midfield. I don't know about this goalkeeper. He looks decent in the stats and everything, but just doesn't seem to play very well at all. The right back I'm not really a fan of either, so I think we do need to potentially have a rethink in the summer or in the winter, I guess, when at the end of the season, in terms of who we want to be using our 4 starting spots on. Obviously, some of these lads can go on the bench because we're allowed 4 more on the bench. I think we are just up against a really good side today, so that could just be part of the problem. I don't really know what to do. We don't really have anything we can do. I'm going to bring Sabisky onto the right and bring Jefferson at left back because he's having a stinker, and I just want to give him half off because he's having a real stinker. But not looking great. And like I said, Gusev just can't score on camera. He's camera shy. This is a good side. And we've got Isloch next, who are also a very good side. So we may not do very well this episode, but I think the overall message to take is we are looking good for avoiding relegation. It's just maybe there is a gap between the top half of the league and the bottom half. And we are without... a couple players who might be good for that. Danila Chul, I really don't rate. I really don't think he's that good. I definitely think we need some wingers. Leonovic has been a bit disappointing as well, given that we actually paid money for him. Looks like Bardi's picked up a little knock, so we'll take him off before anything worse happens. But he's going to take a little bit of time to get going. We will bring Yatara on because, like I said, I do think he's a better player than Gusev, but we haven't really seen it. We'll bring Harriata on potentially for his last game. We'll leave the rest as is. It's not been good from us. It's been a very poor performance. It has to be said. But there you go. We do seem to have potentially a highlight, though. Agiv plays it into Harriata, plays it to Jefferson, whips it in, back post. Leonovic tries to get there. The left back, who's playing right back, gets there. And I think it might have been Harriata who had the effort there. Potentially Agiv, not sure. His effort hits the crossbar. And we are down in 13th. It seems like Mogilov are drawing their game, which has just put them above us. You'd expect, Slutsk are actually winning as well. So we have actually dropped into the relegation playoff spot. And Arsenal, who are below us, do have a chance. I mean, it's all happening. I'm not. The league's going crazy. We're out of the relegation spot apparently now for the time being, but there's still games to be played. So very disappointing 3-0 loss there. And yeah, that's just the way it is. So as it stands, unless we're not in the bottom two, and that's the important one. Slutsk actually won, which is a shame, but Mogilov did. Oh, they drew in the end. Isloch drew with them. So I mean, if they're drawing to bottom of the league, we could potentially get a result there. Potentially. Okay, one player is going to leave. We are paying £60 of his wages, but he's only on £100, so it doesn't really matter. So he's gone, and probably before the next game, a couple more might be gone as well. So for our second game of the episode, we are at home to Isloch, and we are going to try a different formation, the 4-2-4. We have put a bid in for Kalinin. His contract is now out. Now we're in July. We could offer him a deal. We've offered him a £230 a week deal. He's currently on £100 a week at Minsk, so we are giving him a bit of a pay rise to try and join us. A couple of the players have left the club, as you can see. Bob Janok has went out on loan for the rest of the season. They paid a bit of a fee as well as some money, so that did help us a little bit. Harriat has also gone to Northampton Town to play in League One, which is quite a step up because he was playing in National League on loan last time, which is crazy. Got some fitness with us, so he's went there. So that has freed up a bit of money. As you can see, we've got $2,500. We are trying to bring in one player, but we'll see about that. A couple of players. We've got a bid for Dvechirikov. He's potentially on his way out of the club, as well as Zagurski out on loan. So could be some more money freeing up. But for our... What's happened here? There we go. For our game against Isloch, we are going to try a different formation, the 4-2-4. So this is the team we've got: Sison in goal, back four of Kershina, Bardi, Kalinin, and Sabisky. Galyata is the ball winner, and then Anton Susha dropping in as deep line playmaker. Leonovic on the right, Danila Chul on the left, and then Gusev and Yatara as a strike partnership up top. We're going to try this. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work, but we will give it a go. I do think we've got two good strikers now. I think two of our better players are strikers, so it makes sense to try and get two in, which means we probably need to sign a third, but that's just the way it goes. Arsenal did actually win their game in hand. They drew their game in hand, so they were actually did knock us back down into the relegation spots. We are currently in the bottom three, but hopefully a win today could help us get out of it. Danila Chul plays in Yatara. It's a lovely turn, but it's a good save from the Isloch keeper. This is two tough fixtures. We expected this, so there is potential that we may lose both games this episode. I mean, that is a horrendous header from Gusev. I said he was camera shy. That is really, really bad. But we do seem to have had the better start of the two teams. Isloch obviously lost to someone who was bottom of the league at the time. Not sure what's going on. I mean, there's obviously a lot of movement in and around our place. It is very tight. We are, even someone like Bobruisk are only 4 points out of the relegation zone. So a couple of wins would really help us out. A win here would be massive. We actually are bottom of the league as it stands. We've got the points deduction. Without it, we'd be right up there. So I do think we need to try and win today just to make sure we aren't bottom. But again, we're only a point behind everyone else as it stands. So there is nothing to say we'd stay there. But Yatara still coming back from injury. Doesn't look at his best today. I mean, we've really not created anything. We've been the better side though, which is good. It does leave Michelkin in a bit of a weird position because we can't really use him anywhere else. Give obviously still there, so we probably do need another striker, but we don't have one at the minute. But Suja seems to have, fits that deep line playmaker role. He's probably a bit of a better player than Agiv as well, so do not mind that. And Galyata obviously still need our under 20 players, so he fits in nicely there. Danila Chul with an effort from distance. It wasn't bad. We definitely could use a better left winger though. I really don't rate him. To be honest, Leonovic has been quite a poor sign as well. He's not really done too much, but from the corner he is on the end of it. Can he do something now? Leonovic trying to do something, but he just loses the ball. He's not that good. So we could use some more wingers. We are trying to bring one in, but we'll obviously take a little bit of time to get him going. I don't think we'll get relegated. I think we'll be okay, but at the minute it doesn't look great because we are bottom of the league, but we have been the better side today. If we could just get the goal, it would obviously take us out of the bottom. It would actually put us on 18 points, which would be would be well outside of it. It's not actually a bad point in isolation. It's just we don't want to be sitting bottom of the league. But there you go. That's just the way it goes sometimes. But with 20 minutes left, doesn't look like we're going to be doing anything too grand today, which is a shame. We will make a change, though. We'll bring Rasadkin on, who's really not had much of a chance, in all truth, to do anything. He'll come on. We don't really have anyone else. Seems like Barty's still getting up to full fitness as well. He's, again, not been great today. But we have kept a clean sheet so far, which is the important thing. I think we've been the better side, and it definitely looks like we're creating more with this formation. Perhaps it'll take a little bit of time for Yatara and Gusev to click together, but hopefully we can see some more from them. But it does look like it's going to end in a draw unless there's a late highlight, and there is a late highlight, and it's down our end, which is not great. Isloch with the throw in. Do play it into the box. It's on the edge of the box. Oh my God, I thought it went in. No, thankfully it went wide. It does remain 0-0, so not a very exciting second game of the episode, but that's just the way it goes. It does put us bottom of the league, but in isolation, I think that's a decent point. We've lost a couple in a row, so just to get us back on a point, just to get back of a draw, it does make us go bottom of the league, and now the board want to talk about it. Really? They want to talk about our performance against Isloch. Okay, let's go. We're disappointed, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, it was a draw. Yeah, I think we were just unlucky. We're afraid that's not good enough, and we want to know what you're going to do about it. Yeah, well, look at the big picture, bro. Ordinary would agree with this was such a... It was a draw against third. What are you talking about? They're second in the league. What are you talking about? I still don't think... Yeah, I don't think this is a big issue. We don't want to accept media. If you honestly think, why should we let you keep your job? What is going on? I can't believe I'm on the verge of getting a sack here. Show some faith, yeah. We've just been sacked. I can't believe this. How have we been sacked? A draw against second in the league. I should have just made the promise. Well, I can't believe it. We've been sacked. I genuinely can't believe it. That is crazy, right? Well, this episode's not done. We've got to go job hunting now. And given that the fact that we've barely made... I can't believe that. I genuinely can't believe we've been sacked. I know we're bottom of the league. That is with a 10-point deduction. We'd be on 26. We'd be 6th. What more could I have done? That's only our second draw all season. That is genuinely crazy that we've been sacked off that. That is genuinely crazy. I really didn't think they were going to sack us. I feel like they should give you one final ultimatum there. Wow. That is crazy, right? Well, we've obviously got some leagues loaded. All the ones that we put in later on, like Israel and Slovenia, are now loaded in. So... we've got to go job hunting. Yeah, I'll let you... I'm going to go apply for all the jobs and I'll let you know what happens. I can't believe it. I genuinely can't believe we've been sacked. I never get sacked off football manager. That is crazy. I think we were doing okay. But there you go. Didn't manage to get a single... Wow. I mean, that is so harsh. What a 63% win percentage and we've been sacked. And we got promotion. Oh, it's a joke. The board are just, absolute joke of a club. Right, we're going to go job hunting and we'll let you know when we get some interviews, I guess. Right, so a lot of clubs have come back for us. Obviously, a few of them were unsuccessful, but a lot of clubs have offered us deals, or offered us interviews, sorry. It seems like these are all Slovenian second-tier sides. That is obviously quite a step down from where we were, but we really can't afford to be that picky. We really can't afford to be that picky. So we've obviously applied for quite a few. I believe they're all pretty much Slovenian second division sides. Season preview has... so obviously we'll take a look at this, but... yeah, it is a massive step down. Are these clubs even... okay, it seems like there are some clubs that are semi-pro and some clubs that are pro. we'll do off camera. We'll do all the interviews and stuff. But yeah, perhaps I need to look at this. Okay, so they're professional. I think we've just left a professional club. I think we will be picky and we'll only go for a professional club. But crazy stuff. I'm still not over the sacking. I think that is mad. But yeah, that's our stint in Belarus done. So we'll go look somewhere. I mean, we could go back to Belarus. You never know. If Slavia Mozer want to bring us in, we could happily go back. Yeah, and get them relegated. That would be fun. But we'll do all the interviews off camera. If we get any job offers, we'll of course take a look. But yeah, potential for us to move to a league. And obviously this is a league that play in July, which would be nice to go back to the normal schedule. So yeah, we'll do these interviews off camera and then we'll let you know what's going on. So we've done our interviews and we've had 2 clubs approach us, both in the Slovenian second division, both professional. In terms of what they're offering, so there isn't really anything else that's came up at the minute. Everything, obviously, we've applied for a couple others. We won't obviously do these straight away. We will ask for a delay. So one has offered £550 a week. One's offered £650. One's got a transfer budget of 50k and a wage budget of 8.75k. The other is 28k, 3.8, so quite a bit less. They're just looking to avoid relegation. The other are looking more for mid-table. If we look at the season preview, who are the clubs that we're even talking to? Tabor Zazana. So the one of the clubs are expected to finish way bottom. Tabor Zazana are actually recently promoted, and that's the team they've got. So quite a big squad. We'd probably want to move most of those on. I don't know what the league rules are in Slovenia in terms of foreign players and stuff like that. So we can't have no more than 1 non-EU player. There must be at least 2 under-21 Slovenian players in the starting 11. And the match squad must have at least 10 players trained by a club in Slovenia. So quite strict. I'm not sure I don't know if I really want to go here. Yeah. I don't know. It's interesting. We will delay these while we keep looking for jobs. It does feel like a step down, though, because we were in quite a good division. Part of me wants to just hold out, but because we couldn't really do any kind of coaching badges or anything. I feel like I've got the experience, but the reputation's so low, we might struggle to get a job. So we will delay these. We will ask to delay, but if we can't find anything after a couple of weeks, then we will probably go to one of these clubs, probably more this club. But yeah, it's interesting, but doesn't seem like anything's coming back. I mean, I would like to go back to Belarus, to be honest with you, and finish the business, but I don't know if we will be able to. So nothing else has come up. I've already delayed once. I've tried to delay again, but they will not accept a delay. They either want us to sign or they want us, they either want us to sign or not. We did apply for the St. Gallen job. I don't think we'd get it. I think, yeah, they'd be looking at managers probably too high up. This team have never come back for us, which is weird. They've probably got, yeah, it seems like they're interested in someone else. So it's really an option. I think it's a pretty clear option. Again, we're going to have probably struggle to pronounce them, but that's just the way it goes. So these are offering a little bit more money, but their team probably isn't as good. It is a lot smaller, though. So there is that. There is that potential that because their squad's smaller, we can do more easily. The problem is they're really not offering much money. So I think I'm going to negotiate with these. They are offering, yeah, a lot more money, double the transfer budget, some wages, much bigger wages. So we will negotiate with these. They are only offering a 1-year deal. So we'll try and get them up to 600. They say yes. That's it. Done. We don't need to talk to the other ones. So we have our new club. And as we continue, there we go. MND Tabor Sajana Higher FM as the new manager. Eyebrows have been raised in the world of football at the appointment of the 26-year-old who has recently spent time away from club football, and he's sure to face plenty of questions when he faces the media for the first time at Dorajko Stolfa. FM struggled at Energetik-BGU and was eventually sacked. That's not true. We had a 63% win record, and will now be hoping for a better experience upon taking the Tabor Sajena post. He replaces previous manager Koshmach. Some factions in the media have been touting FM as a favourite for the job all along, and his appointment has created much discussion around the club. I also rejected it offer from another club. So that is it. We have our new club. They're expected to finish 10th. We're going for promotion. None of this 10th nonsense. 52k in the transfer budget, 8.8k in the wage budget. There's some rules. I'll familiarise myself with all the rules, but don't worry about it. We won promotion by winning from the 3rd League West, whatever that means. We've got a director of football. Apparently, we've got to keep him as well. But yeah, founded in 1923. A lot of players. Yeah. We're in the Slovenian 2nd division. I don't know how this happened. We've made a huge step back. But it's just the way it goes. We've made a big step back in the save. But that's just the way it goes. So next episode, we will, of course, come back. And we are very close to the start of the season, actually. So we will, in the next episode, come back, have our squad, take a look at the league. And at least we've got a full league, though. So we aren't joining mid-season and we're having to do anything. How many promotion? Oh, it's only... So it's 1 promotion spot and a playoff. So you've got to win the league to get promoted. That's the aim for me. The board just want mid-table. Season preview-wise, at the minute, mid-table. So makes sense. These are expected to finish top. I mean, he looks quite good. If any of our players look quite good, I guess I'll take a look. It's quite a big squad, to be honest. It's a squad of 30. They've also got some under-19s as well. So they're spending money. There is a little bit left. There's decent money at the club. There's no debts. Oh, sponsorship. Sponsorship's okay. They get 100. Yeah, they get quite a bit of money. So we should be okay. There's a bit of money for winning the league as well, finishing in the league. So there's obviously a cup as well in Slovenia. So winner for that gets Europa League. So yeah, we might be able to cook. But we've definitely got a squad, a lot of strikers, so I'm definitely thinking of 4-2-2, but we'll take a look. I'll do some stuff in between. But we'll come back for the first episode of our new club, already with a new club. Really didn't expect it. Yeah, I mean, getting the sack is crazy, but hey-ho, what are you going to do? It's the European Journeyman. We are journeymen around. We've left Belarus. We've went to Slovenia. We've got our new club, Tabor Sojana, and we will have our first 2 games of the division in the next episode. Thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed this episode of the European Journeyman, and I'll see you all for more very soon.